Now let's see the question answers of Unit 2 of this chapter. So the first question is, where did the king meet the hermit? And the second part of this question is, how did the hermit receive the king? So to the first part we'll answer, the king met the hermit in a wood where he lived. And to the second part we have to write, the hermit received only common people, so the king dressed himself in simple clothes, left his bodyguards outside and went alone to meet the hermit, is what we have to write in this question. Coming to the next question, how did the king help the hermit? Seeing that the hermit was an old and weak man who was digging the ground, the king went to the hermit and asked for the spade in order to help the hermit who was digging himself, is what we have to write in this question. Coming to the third question, how did the king nurse the wounded stranger? The king washed the wound and bandaged it with handkerchief and towel. However, the blood didn't stop flowing, and therefore the king again washed the blood and rebandaged the wound. In this way, the king nursed the wounded stranger, is what we have to write in this question. Coming to the last question of this unit, why did the wounded person desire to serve the king as his most faithful slave? To this we have to write, the wounded person was one of the enemies of the king who swore to kill the king, as the king had executed and seized the property of his brother. However, now that the king himself had saved the life of the man, so he desires to serve the king as his most faithful slave, is what we have to write in this question.